All right, everyone, buckle up, because today we're taking a deep dive into a topic practically everyone's encountered, the dreaded friend zone.
Oh, yeah, that friend zone.
We've all been there, done that, right?
Yeah.
And to help us navigate this tricky terrain, we're dissecting this excerpt someone sent in. It's called, get this, the friend zone trap. How to avoid being just a friend.
Avoiding that trap, that's the key.
Exactly. Because who wants to be stuck feeling like just a friend when you want something more? So let's unpack this. What really lands us in this awkward zone in the first place?
You know, it's funny, the excerpt talks about mismatched expectations, and it's so true. But it's not always a simple miscommunication thing.
Oh, go on. I'm intrigued. What else is going on then?
Well, it often comes down to something psychologists call attachment styles, which basically means how we learn to relate to people early on can influence who we're drawn to and the kind of relationships we seek out, even subconsciously.
Okay, hold on. Back up a sec. You're suggesting some of us might actually be drawn to the friend zone, even if we consciously think we're trying to avoid it. That's a bit of a head scratcher.
It is. It's like we're wired to seek comfort and familiarity, and sometimes that means sticking with the friend role even when we crave a deeper connection, less risk involved.
Fascinating. So what about those of us who are actively trying to break free? The excerpt mentions these so-called practical strategies. What are we talking about here?
Right, so it's not about some grand romantic gesture like in the movies. It's more subtle. It's about shifting the entire dynamic,
Yeah.
changing up the usual routine. One thing the excerpt emphasizes is this idea of demonstrating attractiveness, and it's not just about dressing differently.
Thank goodness, I was about to say.
It's more about revealing hidden sides of yourself, facets the other person might not even know you have. Like if you always connect over movies, suggesting a cooking class suddenly shows you're capable and fun in a whole new way.
Ooh, I like where you're going with this. It's like that scene in, what was it, When Harry Met Sally, with the whole I'll have what she's having moment, showing you can handle the heat, literally and metaphorically.
Exactly. It's those unexpected moments, those sparks of surprise that can really make someone see you in a different light, a more romantic light.
Okay, so creating opportunities where you shine in a different light. Got it. But what about the communication piece? How does that factor in?
So it's not just about blurting out, I like you. It's about showing genuine interest consistently, like really listening when they talk, remembering small details, engaging with their passions, even if they're not your thing. The kind of attentiveness that says, hey, I value you on a deeper level.
So basically shifting from being a generic friend to someone with the potential to be much more.
Exactly.
Makes sense.
Okay.
But let's talk about the elephant in the room. What happens if, after all this, you put yourself out there, you shift the dynamics, but they still just see you as a friend? Rejection stings. How do you handle that gracefully?
This is where that whole respect thing is absolutely crucial. Look, we've all been on both sides of unrequited feelings. It's part of life, right? But the important thing is, if you've been honest with yourself and with them and they don't feel the same way romantically, you've got to accept that. Sometimes the healthiest thing is recognizing that some people are meant to be in your life in different ways, and that's okay.
I love that. Sometimes the best relationships are the ones that don't try to fit into a box?
Mhm.
And clinging to hope when there's no real reciprocation, well, that's just setting yourself up for more heartache down the line.
Couldn't agree more.
So for our listeners out there, what's the big takeaway here? It seems like the friend zone, while frustrating, can actually teach us a lot about ourselves and what we really want in a relationship.
Totally. It forces you to look inward, examine your communication style, figure out what truly matters to you in a partner. It's not just about escaping the friend zone. It's about self-discovery and having the courage to be vulnerable and honest with yourself and the other person.
Powerful stuff. So to sum it up for everyone, if you're feeling stuck, take a step back. Look at those patterns and be brave enough to change the dynamic. Be honest with yourself and with them, and who knows what you might find on the other side.
You got it.
Thanks for joining us on this deep dive. We'll catch you next time.